Hey, what is going on, guys? It's the Gamer Pro Warzone 2GP, and in today's video, before we actually get into the video, check the gameplay in the background and tell me my accuracy is not just absolutely fucking phenomenal. That was my first game on today, right after work. I hopped on, didn't even drink any G Fuel today, which fucking surprises me. I had grabbed the PS4 controller, and I just was in shock. I got 45 kills in that match. It was uplink, and these people were not just, they were not just like 6-year-olds that were playing this game. They were actually pretty good, and I managed to do really well. I went positive, and I don't know, my fucking accuracy with the KN44 was just amazing. I don't know what happened, but I was just nailing it. I don't know what I did. I hope it stays like that. Really, PS4, if you can hear me right now, I bet you can. But still, I just fucking give me this aim for the next 2 months of Black Ops 3. But now we're just gonna get into the video, and in today's video, we're gonna be talking about what would happen if the new weapons or any of the DLC weapons would not be available in supply drops, like would not even exist. There would be no DLC weapons except for the ones you were able to buy for like $3 back in Black Ops 2. And to start off, this is going to be What If number 5, so I know this is a series that I'm going to be doing. It's not going to be technically once a week because I do have to come up with a nice idea of what to do the What If about, because if you guys don't know, What If is based around of Call of Duty, mainly Call of Duty. I'm not focusing out of it like what if a squirrel jumped off a tree, like no, that is not the series, but we're going to be talking about things that most likely can happen or most likely cannot happen. So in this case, it's not going to happen because DLC weapons are already in supply drops. So I wanted to talk about what would happen and how would the community change if they didn't add DLC weapons in any of the Call of Duties like Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3. So let's jump into it. Now to start off, when they added weapons back in January of 2016, 3 months after Black Ops 3 came out, people were okay with it. With the Marshall 16, I believe it was, the MX Garand and some melee weapons, people were like, wow, these are actually really cool. And then they opened supply drops and saw how hard it was to get these weapons. And I tried myself. I didn't purchase any supply drops, but I had around 250 crypto keys. I believe I have an opening on my channel. But they were so hard to get. I believe Drifter made a video and he said that 0.01% a chance to get these weapons. And I was just sitting there when I heard that. I'm like, what? And then once he made that video, this explosion came out. Like, what the fuck? We want to get these weapons. Why only like half of the Call of Duty community can get this? Not even. Probably like 10% of the people that play Black Ops 3 can get these weapons. And after a couple of months, they started rolling out patches and increasing your chances of getting these weapons. But still, you guys can see that they're really hard to get. And people are now debating if you can get a bigger chance of getting these weapons if you buy COD points. But honestly, people still don't buy them that much. I know big YouTubers that stopped doing that, and congratulations to them, because I know that Activision wants them to purchase COD points so they can see the new weapons. But I'm not saying that they're like Activision is paying these Call of Duty YouTubers, because they're probably not. And the Call of Duty YouTubers that were once given COD points by them back in like November, they specifically told you guys that they didn't get paid by Activision. And if you guys choose not to believe them, that's completely fine. I mean, I'm not going to go believe them or not believe them. I'm just going to stay in the middle. I'm not going to involve any drama in myself. So what I wanted to talk about was, what if they didn't add these weapons? How would it change everything? So the first thing is, the Call of Duty community wouldn't have as much hatred. It wouldn't have as much clickbait. Because if you guys know, back in Advanced Warfare, when the legendary stuff came out, legendary weapons, legendary gear, everybody was like, oh my god, 3 legendaries in 1 supply drop. And then it was 1 supply drop opening, and people would have such misleading titles, and then that's what brought the hate. And that's what brought everybody furious, because they were being lied to, if you know what I mean. And now with the whole ray gun and PPSH thing, they were really just really mad. And that's what made everything blow up. It was because of the supply drop system. And I myself thought that was a bit overboard, especially with the ray gun thing, because that was super misleading. And there were many YouTubers that did that. I can think of 2 or 3 of them that did it. And there's a difference between completely misleading titles and then clickbait, which is like, oh, I got this, check it out, or something like that, but you don't say what it is. That is completely fine. I know I already went over this, so I'm not going to go into detail with it. But if the supply drop system wasn't incorporated into Black Ops 3, a lot of people will start to die down. Even if supply drops were in Black Ops 3 and no weapons, just what is it fucking called? Like, I forgot the name, but like, camos and taunts and gestures and everything. and it would just be into that. They wouldn't excel the supply drop system to weapons and all that bullshit that everybody wants and then doesn't want in supply drops. You guys know what I mean? But I feel like once they take out supply drops in Infinite Warfare, but it's just up to Activision if they want to add supply drops. And honestly, if you want my opinion on it, they are going to add supply drops. It's pretty much been proven on it, honestly, because they made so much money. And why not continue with it? They don't really give a fuck. So let's go ahead and talk about if the new weapons were incorporated, how would the Call of Duty game last? Because, melee weapons bring the hype back up again. Like, oh my god, Black Ops 3 is awesome again now because people want to get these weapons. But if there wasn't any weapons, what would keep Black Ops 3 alive, or any other game in that matter? And I feel like it would, it would die out a little bit, but if you think about it, DLC, like actual map packs and zombie maps, come out every 2 to 2.5 months. So that 2.5 month gap, they are going to have pretty much a dry season where nothing comes out, nothing happens, and everybody's just playing, just to play. But once they add DLC weapons every month after the DLC map comes out, that's when people were like, wow, you know what? This is actually, good to go for, because I want the HG40, I want the FFAR, I want the DBS R50, and it's just, everybody wanting things, and then they spend hundreds of dollars and get only one of those weapons, when back in Black Ops 2, they only got a weapon for like $3. Remember the Peacemaker, the Peacekeeper for like $3 or $4, and you were able to just buy it off the store? That's what people want. But then they realized that you can just make so much more money by just gambling, and it's pretty much just like a fucking casino in Black Ops 3. So guys, I know you guys are gonna consider this a rant on supply drops, but honestly, supply drops are cool. They make a new addition into Call of Duty. They make something cool happen. You get awesome reactions when you get like the MX Garand, or you get the FFA, like, oh shit, I got this weapon, fucking finally, People want those reactions, and that's what makes Call of Duty cool. People love to see those reactions if they get anything, even if it's a camo, like Dark Matter, if it's a gun like the HG40 or anything. But I know this isn't a hatred video or anything. This was just me expressing my feelings towards the supply drop system. It is good. Like, don't get me wrong. They did a lot of stuff to improve it from the beginning, and props to Treyarch for doing that, because I know they're fighting through all of the hatred, and they're fighting with Activision to try to give us the best thing, but it really isn't up to Treyarch. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. If you're new, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video tomorrow. Peace out.